Salam sejahtera and hi, my name is Belisa Clay Anak John, metric number 82215 and my supervisor is Dr. Zenana. Welcome to my presentation to my panel and all viewer, and today I will going to present my research about experience art woven tikai Bemban in the culture of the Iban community in Kampung Pakan, Sarawak. And this is my overview. First is introduction, problem statement, research objective, research question, methodology, result, discussion, limitation, conclusion, and last is reference. For introduction of my research is Tikai Bemban is one of the traditional craft in the Iban culture of Sarawak. According to KIAI 2017, the creation of Tikai Bemban has been practiced since ancient time by the ancestors, and these men are used as setting made by the Iban people. However, the art of weaving Tikai Bemban in Iban culture is increasingly understudied and less passed down to the younger generation today. Based on the research Tikai Bemban, the researcher identified several problem statements. The first problem statement is that many individuals in Kampung Pakan lack awareness of the pattern and motif found in Tikai Bemban weaving. The second is that a significant number of the younger generation in Kampung Pakan lack the skill and expertise to weave Tikai Bemban. And last is that the younger generation lack support from various quarters in Kampung Pakan to engage in Tikai Bemban weaving activities. Next is research objective and research question. For my research objective is first, identify the motif and pattern of Tikai Bemban weaving in the art and culture of the Iban community in Kampung Pakan. The second is examine the function of Tikai Bemban in the culture of the Iban community in Kampung Pakan, Sarawak. And the third is analyze the effort that various parties need to undertake to preserve Tikai Bemban as a cultural heritage in the Iban community. And for my research question is, what are the motif and pattern of Tikai Bemban weaving present in the culture of the Iban community in Kampung Pakan? Next, what are the function of Tikai Bemban in the culture of the Iban community? And last, how do various parties contribute to preserving the Tikai Bemban weaving art in the culture of the Iban community to prevent it from fading away with time? Next is chapter 2, which is literature review. According to Klingsing and Yusuf 2020, weaving is divided into several types, namely anyaman buah is weaving of plant, animals, human name, and abstract pattern. Anyaman rantai is large pattern of woven rattan made more than once according to width of the mat. And anyaman biasa is single weaving or double weaving. Tambiah 2016 said that pattern mat and basket can be significant beyond their physical form in the culture that creates them. The significance of this mat is turned to the custom and tradition of the Iban community, including customary ceremonies, gawai celebration, funeral rites, birth custom, and more. For chapter 3, which is methodology, the researcher used qualitative method, and researcher also already interviewed with 14 informants, which is the experienced master and the younger generation. The experienced master have 6 informants and the young generation is 8 informants. The data collection method employed in this study is divided into two parts, which is primary data and secondary data. For primary data is interview and observation, and for secondary data is internet reference sources. Next, I will present about my chapter 4. As the result, researchers found that Tikai Bemban reflect cultural symbolism and community identity, featuring intricate design and natural themes. The function of Tikai Bemban is not only as an aesthetic object but also have practical use in daily life, such as mat and basket, and cultural significance in rituals and social events. Effort to preserve Tikai Bemban also need to be considered by all parties. And chapter 5 is about discussion of the data. First is challenges. For the young generation, young people do not have time to learn Tikai Bemban, which is they have work or school. Second, greater attraction to modern technology. And last is less interested in traditional craft. And for these challenges, researcher was find the strategy which is organize interesting workshop and educational program, using social media to promote Tikai Bemban and incorporate modern element in the design of appeal to them. For the experienced master, the challenges is the difficulty in passing on skill to the younger generation. Raw materials are increasingly difficult to obtain and lack to support and market for their handicraft. And for the strategies of these challenges is do collaboration with educational institutions for knowledge transfer program, and obtain support from government and non-government organization to provide raw materials and marketing platform. Next is limitation of the reserve. The limitation of this reserve is informants are less interested in being interviewed. Their disinterest led to shorter, less informative responses, or a reluctance to engage fully with the interview question. Limited informant time. The time constraint also led to scheduling difficulties, reducing the number of informants available and potentially impacting the study representativeness. Sources of information provided by informants are limited. This limitation led to an incomplete picture of the research topic and affect the study validity. Next is conclusion of research. Overall, as a result of data collection through interviews, the researcher has gained a clear, true understanding of Tikai Bemban in the culture of the Iban people. This study represents a scholarly exploration of Tikai Bemban within the cultural context of the Iban community in Kampong Pakan, Sarawak. Tikai Bemban is not only an aesthetic element, but also has deep cultural value, connecting the present generation with their heritage. As a hope, the researcher hope that the next generation will be able to research the art of Tikai Bemban weaving more widely and document it as a reference and guide for the public. This study should be continued more widely to fully understand the dynamic of Tikai Bemban in the IBAN community as a whole. That's all from me. Thank you.